So yeah, it looks like one of our favorite classes could be changing here in the very near future because Blizzard just asked this critical question about the Rogue. We're going to dive into that. Also, yes, currently Diablo 4, it is not perfect, and Blizzard responded about what they're going to be doing right now to improve the game, and we're going to get into some very crucial community opinions here about leveling past 100, key features that need to be improved, and so on and so forth. Also, some very invaluable tips about leveling up your rank within Iron Wolves, how you can actually do this extremely quickly. We'll dive into that as well. But yeah, let's start out with this right here from Adam Fletcher, who says this: team is working on the long load screen issues right now. We should expect to see improvements here shortly. Sorry about this, folks. It's been kind of plaguing the game, hasn't it? And it's been a big issue also going into Nightmare Dungeons as well. So it's good to know that they are on this. They have, I believe, rolled out some sort of server-side fix for this already, but it seems like they're continuously working on this. Now, also, we have this one right here. It says, I haven't seen the Butcher while leveling my glyph so far. Has something happened to the Butcher? Where is he? And the response is this: he's there, just been a bit lucky. I'm not running into him. I wish I could say the same about my Rogue in Nightmare Dungeons. So yeah, if you're wondering, hey, where the Butcher is, head into Nightmare Dungeons. You most likely will have a chance of running into him there. Although it would be cool to see him in Hell Tides a bit more, I gotta say. So yeah, that'd be really, really cool. Now, also we have Adam Jackson of Blizzard who says this. Check it out. Simple question for you, Rogue players who like using imbuements. Should dash be imbuable? And we have yes, 61.4% of the community thinks they should, and no, about 40% or so say, hey, don't do it. What is your take on this one? Do you think that this should be an option going forward? But we also have some opinions under this. I'd love the option here to use dash as either utility or offensive. One consumes and one doesn't. Having dash consume and imbue charge when I only want to reposition is a feels bad move. Thankfully, this has been lessened in Season 4 with the extra imbuements temper options. It says there are some builds where I would, however, like imbue on dash, such as applying shadow imbuement to an entire pack with dash, then blowing them up with another skill. And it seems like a lot of people like this idea. I think it sounds pretty cool. And it goes to show how they can expand the current classes. Yeah, we're going to be getting a new class with the expansion that's coming up, but they could do still a lot with the current classes. And from previous, comments from Blizzard, they have said that they plan to actually keep going and adding all sorts of interesting stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did just that. Now, let's get into this. Let's talk about leveling up beyond 100. What could be done here? So check it out here. It says no more leveling after 100. They should change this. It says once getting to level 100, we should continue to work on getting our experience bar full. And once it does, we are awarded a unique cache instead of leveling up. And we have some opinions here. It says a cache with gold mats and percentage of unique spark each time you level would be great. Maybe even cosmetics. I don't know why you are being downvoted, because it doesn't hurt anyone and we all, the players, win. So yeah, I think it would be cool if they did something definitely with the leveling system beyond 100. I'm kind of curious to see your take on exactly what that could be, but there needs to be more incentive to, leveling past that 100 and giving some sort of reward to players for, sticking around for that long, for sure. Of course, you do have the in-game loot and that sort of thing as well. But yeah, when it comes to leveling, there needs to be some sort of reward still on top of it. Now, it says Diablo 4 really needs a way to change builds on the fly, similar to Diablo 3's wardrobe system. We're still talking about this. It says having to switch skill points, paragon points, and gear loadouts when I want to compete in different activities is really annoying right now. I have different builds for the Gauntlet, Speed Farming, Uber Lilith, and the Pit. Every time I want to complete one of these activities, I have to switch everything around. It's absurd. This problem will only get worse if wind raids are introduced in the expansion. So yeah, I really do hope that Blizzard is thinking a little bit ahead when it comes to this sort of thing. And we definitely need a similar system to what was offered in Diablo 3. I'm surprised that it's not already here, but I totally get where you guys are coming from with this one. Now, also, it says they broke something. There are invisible walls everywhere I'm kind of curious, is this getting worse for you? Is this improving at all? They did say that they are still looking into it, but my God, I'm seeing so many people talking about it. And it just seems like it's taking quite some time for them to get this one fixed. So I hope to have like a final update for you guys very, very soon about what they're going to be doing here. Now, also, we have the one-shot boss mechanics in the pit are ruining it for me. Once again, this has been highlighted, and it says this: I'm having the most fun I've had in Diablo 4. I think a far second place would be Season 2 with the Vampire Shrines. Honestly, I may be having the most fun I've ever had outside the storyline in the original Tristram and Diablo 2 and its expansion storyline. I unfortunately never got into the online world of these masterpieces like I have in Diablo 4. The in-game system of tempering and masterworking, codex storage, hell tides, and inventory management have improved the game so much. But I absolutely hate the one-shot mechanics of the pit bosses tier 80+. I also hated Uber Lilith in previous seasons for the same very reason. I have yet to beat her after a dozen or so attempts. Currently, I just went Necro Minion to Shadow Blight Minion, and I slap everything except one-shot mechanics. I slap everything while running with no incense, elixirs, or holy bolt. Just slap city with fortify, barrier, and life all activated. I have 80k plus life, still get one shot because of mechanics. I don't mind a challenge. I beat Bloodborne Old Hunters, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. Also, probably one of the hardest games of all time, but these mechanics just feel cheap. I haven't like commented about this, so I hope again that with whatever Q&A session that they are going to be planning, which they usually do, to give like crucial input about your feedback, they definitely need to tap into this and let us know what's going to be happening with updates. And also, a lot of you guys are wondering, how do I quickly get through Iron Wolf's rep as fast as possible to max rank? Well, check this out right here. And I wanted to also highlight some follow-ups to this, so stick with me, because some players are like, hey, don't play the game like this. So check it out. It says, after browsing multiple YouTube videos and posts on Reddit, here is the fastest way to farm for rep. I was able to get my last level 10k rep in one Helltide with time to spare. Equip Brain and Holy Bolt Potion. Farm Maiden of Blood in World Tier 2 for 50 minutes. Open every chest on map. If you have a couple minutes left and want a mid-max, go do a couple more Maiden cycles. Repeat as needed. You get around 200 rep per Maiden cycle, and it takes 60 seconds for her to spawn. And if you are a high level, you delete her in one shot. So accounting for minutes lost, this is around 9k experience alone, plus 12 chests at 120 rep each. World Tier 2 is all the same rep as World Tier 4 for whatever reason. Cheers. Smiley face. And yeah, the replies are definitely interesting because not exactly everyone agrees with this. So check it out right here. It says this. That's how mid-maxing fun out of the game looks like. It may be the fastest farm, but I would never run World Tier 2 on my level 100. It's like a UFC fighter to pick on 7 years old and challenge them to a fight. And also we have this. Damn, didn't realize World Tier 2 gives you the same rep. But honestly, I'd rather just get the rep a bit slower in World Tier 4 and get a crap load of loot. That's the trade-off, is that you won't be getting that really crucial loot. Yes, it'll be a faster farm method, but you might really be missing out on something very, very invaluable in your inventory for your character. So yeah, there's definitely a trade-off there. But then again, I can see why some players would definitely want to rank up very, very quickly through the Iron Wolves ranks. But let me know how you guys are playing the game. I myself, I've told you guys this before, I play how I want to play it. So if I'm in the mood for Helltides, I'll do that. And if I want to do Nightmare Dungeon, you know, I'll go do that. And I won't even really pay too much attention to how much experience each are really giving out. It's just like, I just want to have fun. Look at all that gold. Ooh, that's beautiful. But anyway, yeah, that's how I play, you know. I just got to keep it like mixed up and have fun and just wing it kind of. That's my play style. But anyway, let's get into your top comments from my previous Diablo 4 video and see what you guys had to say here. So let's check it out. It says, save builds like in Diablo 3. So yeah, again, I'm seeing this over and over again becoming a common discussion, more so than ever before. It seems like it's really, really needed considering the amount of different styles of play you need when going to Helltides, Nightmare Dungeons, different bosses. So yeah, hopefully Blizzard adds it. Now, Corrupted 1985 says we need a quick reroll button when tempering, in my opinion. So many people agreed with that one. Let me upvote that as well. Now it says better boss mechanics and more uniques and uber uniques that bring more build diversity. Yeah, this season was more about a loot overhaul, not particularly about like throwing tons and tons and tons of new loot at us, of course. I think they're going to really reserve that sort of thing, like a plethora of brand new loot with the expansion. I think that's how it's going to go. And what's next? We have this one right here. Event Season 5, Endless Monster Hordes with increasing levels and difficulty laying siege to the in-game strongholds. That sounds freaking awesome. Now it says players just have to defend as long as they can to score rewards, but eventually will get overwhelmed. Think endless pit level in reverse, monsters coming to the players with +5 levels on each wave after every 10 seconds. So plus 30 levels increase every minute. Event every hour lasts for 10 minutes. This sounds really, really cool and intriguing. And I think it seems like a lot of you guys want more horde type events in the game where it can just keep going, perhaps indefinitely or for as long as you can survive or just get out of dodge. But yeah, it would be very, very cool to see more horde type stuff. I want to see something again with world bosses. I just think that that's kind of like, no one really talks about world bosses enough, in my opinion, and there's just so much untapped potential there for sure. But thank you all so much for watching, for the comments. Love reading all these comments. Great ideas, by the way. Let's cross our fingers that Blizzard actually listens to some of these ideas. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.